Fluent Flow podcast. New videos every day. Let's learn English together.
Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really pull out the core insights from today's source. And it's a bit of an unusual one.
It really is. We're looking at an excerpt from a podcast called Fluent Flow, specifically episode 48, Talk About Your Morning.
Right. And the interesting thing is what this podcast is.
Exactly. It's actually an English language learning show designed for, well, absolute beginners. You've got these two characters, Anna and Leo, talking very slowly, very calmly. Simple words, everyday stuff. It runs about 20 minutes.
You might think, okay, language learning? What's the deep dive here? But that's our mission today. We want to unpack how this seemingly basic script might actually offer a kind of blueprint for an intentional, maybe a gentle morning routine.
There's surprising structure there beyond just teaching vocabulary.
Definitely. So let's get into that blueprint. It starts, naturally, with waking up. The script mentions specific times: Leo at 6:30 a.m., Anna a bit later, 7 a.m.
Yeah, and Anna's description is quite evocative. She talks about a quiet room, soft light, opening her eyes, breathing slowly.
She really emphasizes no rush and just peace. And she even says she likes to sit for a minute before getting out of bed. That sounds, well, aspirational for many of us.
It does, but it's key. That deliberate, gradual wake up, that's the foundation. It's the opposite of that jarring alarm clock stress. Leo does something similar, turns off the alarm, stretches, sits up. He says very slow, very calm.
So it's about setting that calm tone right from the absolute start.
Precisely. It's a conscious choice to begin the day with peace, not panic.
Okay, so they're awake, they're calm. What's the very next thing? Seems to be about, well, fueling up.
That's right. Anna's first move is a big glass of water, then she makes tea.
And Leo, he goes for coffee, but just 1 cup, he specifies.
And breakfast is simple, too. Leo mentions toast and 1 egg. Maybe some fruit, like a banana or an apple.
Anna goes for oatmeal with cinnamon, a little honey. She calls it warm and soft.
Yeah.
It all sounds very basic. Is there more to it than just, eating?
I think the simplicity is the point. It's about nourishing, comforting foods. As Leo puts it very directly, food in the morning is important. It's that mindful choice, the act of consciously fueling yourself.
Not just grabbing whatever is fastest.
Exactly. It grounds you. A deliberate, simple act before the day really kicks off.
Right. So after eating, the focus shifts. It seems to be about quiet time and, interestingly, learning.
Yes, Anna's routine here is quite lovely. She says, after I eat, I sit near the window, I look outside, and then she writes in her journal.
Just a few words, she says. And she specifically mentions writing in English to practice. Simple prompts like, how do I feel today? Or what is one word for my morning? She literally says, it helps me learn.
And Leo has his own method. He listens to English in the morning with headphones. Again, the description is very slow, very soft English.
It's fascinating how they weave that learning element into what seems like a quiet, reflective part of the morning.
Well, and that line from the script, little by little,
Right.
we learn, I think that applies so broadly here. It's not just language. It's about building habits, building self-awareness through these small, consistent practices.
Like compounding interest, but for your well-being.
Kind of, yeah. Tiny efforts done consistently lead to significant results, whether that's language fluency or just a calmer state of mind.
Okay, so mind and body nourished, time for the practical stuff, getting ready.
Right. They both mention taking a warm shower. Anna says, it helps me feel awake, clean, fresh. Standard morning things, brushing teeth, getting dressed.
But then, the big one, technology, the phone.
Ah, yes. And Leo has a very clear boundary here. He states, only after breakfast, no phone, before I eat.
And Anna reinforces it. I like quiet mornings, no noise, just calm. That's tough for a lot of people, delaying the phone check. Why is that so central to this gentle idea?
Because it's about protecting your internal state.
Yeah.
Delaying that digital input, the notifications, the news, the emails, it allows you to maintain that calm focus you've cultivated.
Instead of immediately reacting to the outside world.
Precisely. You start the day centered rather than scattered. It's about preserving that clean, fresh feeling mentally as well as physically. A kind of self-preservation, really.
Makes sense. So they're ready, they're calm. What's the final step before the day's work begins?
It's about setting intentions. Leo looks at his planner. What do I do today? What time do I work? Getting clear on the tasks?
When Anna checks her list too, it includes her English practice, work tasks, but also something else. She calls it one small thing for joy.
I love that detail. Examples she gives are things like listening to music, going for a walk, sending someone a nice message.
So it's not purely about productivity or ticking off boxes.
Not at all. It's about intentionally weaving in something positive, something for personal well-being right at the start. It really underlines the whole philosophy. Anna sums it up perfectly. Mornings are the start, so I like to feel calm, not busy, just gentle.
Just gentle. That really captures it. It's quite a journey, starting from this simple language podcast script.
It really is.
So just to recap for everyone listening, we've pulled out this gentle morning blueprint. Specific wake up, drinking water, a simple breakfast, carving out that quiet time, maybe with some learning, showering, getting dressed, then checking the phone, and finally setting intentions, including something for joy.
And the bigger insight here, I think, is how this very accessible structure, found in such an unexpected place, offers a powerful model. It's about intentional living, reducing stress, building good habits, things that go way beyond just learning English phrases.
It brings back that core idea from the source.
Exactly. Little words every day make a big difference. It's true for language, absolutely, but it's just as true for these small, deliberate morning actions. They add up. They shape your whole day, your well-being, even your productivity in a cumulative way.
So, thinking about all this, here's something for you to consider. Inspired by this dive into a gentle morning, is there maybe one small intentional habit you could borrow? Something from this blueprint you could try adapting into your own morning routine?
Maybe something to bring a bit more calm or focus, or maybe even a little joy.
What little action, inspired by Anna and Leo, might make a big difference for you tomorrow morning?